This is TNT News.
From every corner in Ladywood, we're bringing you the latest news.
This is Tonight in Ladywood.
Hello and welcome to the March 2010 edition of Tonight in Ladywood. I'm Nikisha Besrick.
And I'm Hannah Rowley. First tonight. No doubt you've seen the new sign welcoming people into Ladywood, which is hanging from a statue of Blondin.
Well, who is Blondin and what's he got to do with Ladywood? TNT found out.
It's a famous statue of the tightrope walker Blondin. When it was first erected, we made this film to explain what he did.
We did some filming by the church because it would have been there in Victorian times, but this truck and the vans would not have been.
We also had to make sure that we did not get any modern buildings like the flats on our film. Modern day noises were a problem. This is what it would have looked like if there was a TV news programme in 1873.
Apples, drinks, food.
Apples, penny each. Can I have one, please?
About 3,000 people turned up at the reservoir, but they became bored as they had to wait for over 3 hours for the tightrope to be fixed in precision. Eventually Mr. Blondin appeared and there was great excitement. The walk began with Blondin balancing on a rope 70 feet above the ground. He's got to walk a distance of 1,500 feet if he was going to be successful. At first he was very determined and everything went well, but then the rope started to sag and incredibly it dipped into the water. Blondin managed to keep his balance and the crowd cheered as he continued his walk for another 15 minutes before reaching the end.
This is what the Birmingham Daily Gazette said. At one stage, he sat down at the rope and then did a sharp trot until he arrived in the middle of the pool. The rope sagged under the water at a distance of about 2 feet 6 inches in the centre of the lake. Here he proceeded cautiously as the water covered his legs.
And now here's more news from Cameron.
Now to the news from far away. 250 World War I soldiers have been dug up from a mass grave in France and reburied. As Norman reports, there is a Ladywood connection.
The first of 250 bodies of British and Australian soldiers was buried in a new war cemetery in northern France in January. The bodies have been discovered in mass graves following a battle at Fromelles in 1916. Nearly a century later, tests have enabled experts to identify the remains of 75 of the soldiers, and tests continue to identify the rest. Records show that 2 Ladywood men, 22-year-old Harold Farr, who lived in Friston Street, which was near St John's School, and 19-year-old Victor Cooper of Wheeley's Lane could be amongst those so far unidentified. Experts would like to trace any known relatives of the men so that DNA tests can be carried out to determine their identities. The new cemetery is to be officially opened in July, by which time it's hoped that more of the men will have been identified.
I'm Adrian Charles from The One Show, and you're watching TNT News.
Now, I don't suppose you've ever been to school in your pyjamas, but that's exactly what the Oratory children did the other day. But why would they do that? I wonder.
We're dressed up in our pyjamas because we're raising money for Haiti.
I've seen it on the news and it's a real disaster, and because we care, we're going to donate at least £115 so that they can have more supplies and help more food go over there.
Even though we might not know them, everyone's the same as everyone else, so we should still give money to anyone who has had a destroyed life or anything that's happened to them.
We can't just let them suffer, we need them to live a life.
Bang up to date.
We all know that Ladywood is an eco-friendly area. Now even more trees are being planted in Chamberlain gardens. Let's not say cheese, but trees.
The trees were given to us by a group called Birmingham Trees for Life. Since 2006, the group has planted over 5,000 trees across Birmingham. We planted 4 of them in Chamberlain Gardens.
I'm going to home base.
Stamping well though.
It was good fun but hard work to get the trees into the holes.
We're going to flatten you.
Oh, I know, give it a push. 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 Push round about. We don't know.
Yeah.
Go.
We can't wait to see what they will look like in the summer, and I wonder how big they will be. Ben Lee's TNT News, Chamberlain Gardens.
That's it from TNT News, but remember to catch us on our website tntnews.co.uk. Until then, goodbye, thanks for watching.